dangerous. But as kids, I didn't know. So we used to draw designs on the wood floor with my father's cologne and then light it on fire and watch it go.
That's arson. That is
that-
not a prank.
Well, it disappeared. It would dissipate because it was alcohol, so it just disappeared. But that's not necessarily a prank.
No, it's nowhere close to a prank.
I said that to begin with. I'm just saying.
You got some issue you need to lay on somebody's couch with.
I think I've only done a prank
I
maybe
think I
once
should
or
have
twice.
known this before we got married.
I said I was a kid when I did these things.
Okay. That's your story. You gonna stick with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you want to try something a little later.
Okay. Cornelius.
Yeah, I'm out of that one.
I'm trying to get
No, I didn't
burnt.
have any pranks. Didn't even realize the day was April Fool's Day.
Right, because
So much
how
going on in
everything
the
is
world.
going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, it is.
Maybe the governor should have waited till tomorrow to close these schools. Everybody don't take it seriously. Wait a minute.
Well, ain't nobody laughing.
He ain't playing.
That's the thing.
Nah,
He is
man.
not. It's a very serious time.
Yeah, and we just want to make sure everybody's good. Everybody's good. Now, I wanted to do one thing. We had a special guest that was calling in today. One of our favorite independent artists that we've been showcasing him since the day we restarted or relaunched the show, should I say. Shout out to Lavelle. He had two family members pass, unfortunately, from this epidemic that is happening, so he could not make it. And we want to just show our love for him and just give him prayers for him and his family.
Yeah.
They're coping with a lot because especially right now, they can't even give a honorable funeral because of how everything is going on right now. So we just wanted to, Lavelle, let you know we got your back, bro.
Yeah.
Take time with your family and just let us know if you need something.
Whatever you need.
And we gotta push on, man. We gotta stop being hard headed with some of our instructions. What we got to stay indoors, man. We got to stay indoors.
And, as long as it's necessary. Don't be outside unnecessarily.
Well, for some people, you got to be very specific because they're not listening at right now.
Not at all.
Necessities are like stuff that is necessary for life. So going to get food, that's great. Going to get medicine if you need to do that. But just to be outside, hanging out, collaborating with folks or congregating with folks, it's just not a good idea right now.
Get in and get out.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. So what we're going to do, we're going to play one of our favorite songs from him. This is Why. Shout out to Lavelle. Prayers Up, Kiss Radio Show. And we'll be back.
I look at you and wonder why would you even wanna stay when all they do is lie to you, make you cry every other day. Whoa. How many times have you said I'll be damned before I take him back? Yeah, but then you take him back again. You must like pain. Why you keep putting up with this lane? Why you keep letting them play these games? I see a predicament and I ask myself why you won't cut him off and forget him? Why won't you ever learn your lesson? Every time I look at your predicament, ask myself why? IJS, you so bad, shouldn't have to go through this. I guess I wouldn't feel this way if you and me never ever kissed. No, I know we said we would never bring that up. That was a mistake. Ooh, we're attracted to each other, but you these days. I see a predicament and I ask myself why you won't cut 'em off and forget 'em? Why won't you ever learn your lesson? Every time I look at your predicament, ask myself why. Searching for perfection, it's hurting our connection. All the second guessing, gon' have you missing out on your blessing. I'm out here confessing all my love and my affection, but you ain't getting the message. You might get it right, but then you go left and no. All these stipulations, all these rules and regulations, making it way too complicated, way too complicated. Just be patient. You just let it be love. Why can't you just let it be love? Why can't you let it be love? Just let it be love.
Look, now it's time for my confessions. Girl, it's you who's slowing up our progression. How come everything's a test? I don't understand how you don't understand. Girl, you got me stressing. Always holding out on sensing. You say I don't really listen. All these conditions. You're there when I turn up missing. You know, all these stipulations, all these rules and regulations. Girl, you making it complicated. Way too complicated. Just be patient.
All this running around pointing your fingers at me. Ain't none your best.
It's ain't about you, it ain't even about me.
Got to do better.
Yeah, 'cause if we don't do something, we gon' end up with nothing. So why
Can't you just let it be love? Why can't you just let it be love? Why can't you let it be love? Just let it be Why can't you just let it be love? Why can't you just let it be love? Why can't you let it be? Just
You're listening to the all-new FUBU Radio, playing the hip-hop and R&B hits of today and yesterday.
Welcome back for the best independent music worldwide. It's the Kiss Radio Show live. Your music, your way. And your way. 2, 1.
What's up, everybody at home right now enjoying us? This is the Kiss Radio Show Live. Welcome back. It's your girl, Vasir Serrano.
Core DJ Hershey.
And your boy Cornelius George.
We are happy to have you all here with us. Hey, tell your friends. Go ahead, share alike. Now is the best time for you to consider everybody in your life because everybody's at home. Everybody's at home. Everybody wants to be entertained, and everybody wants good information. Core DJ Hershey has a topic of the day. What that is?
Well, today is supposed to be April Fool's, or lack thereof. 678-894-0026. You can call in. What was your favorite childhood prank? While Vasir was creating fires,
Now that's a bar.
some of us was probably getting some of the most safer pranks. I had multiples.
Really?
Yeah. I think one of my favorite ones is that I learned how to cut a banana while it's inside the peel. So when you open up the peel, it would just fall apart in your hand. No banana for you.
Wow.
No banana for you.
No banana for you. That was one of my favorites. I'll leave the other ones, later.
Wow. No, I didn't really remember playing a lot of pranks growing up, especially on April Fool's Day.
Surprisingly, as a comedian, I would have thought that would have happened. No?
I think most of my pranking, any that I may have done, I can only remember one as an adult that I pulled a prank on someone, and it was something real simple. Like my first husband, we were at his parents' home, and you know how on the sink you have the little spray thingy that you rinse the dishes off with or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do stuff like put a rubber band around it so that when you go to turn the water on, it immediately
It'll
splashes.
go right off.
I guarantee that this is the prankster of the show.
Probably. Welcome to the Kiss Radio Show. Who is this?
This is Cousin Steve.
Like I said,
Cousin
just
Steve.
know him.
You know I have to tell about my favorite prank I did.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Actually, it was on my mother.
Uh-oh.
I remember it was like yesterday. Matter of fact, I wanted to come spend the night at your house, DJ Hershey, back in the day. We was about 13 at the time. And you remember when I lived on Bishop in that 3-story building that we lived on the second floor?
Yeah, that was my favorite spot.
Okay. So
They had the candy lady.
Just imagine my mom telling your father that he couldn't come pick me up. So I was mad. So I waited till about 10 o'clock that night, opened up all my windows. Remember, I had a whole bunch of windows in the back of my room. I had the room in the back. So I opened them up, and I said, Mama, I still can't go? I can't call my uncle right now, Uncle Stevie? She said, no. So I said, I hate you. And I slammed my door, and all you heard me holler was, no!
What is wrong with you?
my brother came to the window.
Oh, man.
Oh, Jehovah, no, my son. I'm going to have to see him in the new system. She crying and screaming. I almost had a stroke and a heart attack at the same time.
That is not
That
right.
You almost killed my
father
aunt.
oh, my God. And then when he came in, all he said was, man, did we pay the insurance?
Oh, wow.
Joke's on you.
I was like, wow. So as I came out the closet, my mother hugged me, and she said he beat my ass after that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You were safe, didn't get you.
Was part of the prank you coming out the closet?
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah, I was going to let it slide, but you know what I'm saying?
You said it.
You said it.
Oh, well, hold on. Since I got Cornelius here, I want to tell him something real quick.
Oh boy.
Cornelius, you got to give all these people the dunce hat that's doing these TikTok things. They don't know how to do it. They copying all the people jumping on stuff. They're going to kill themselves before the
Yes.
coronavirus kill themselves. So they'll stop jumping and running into the tables and falling off aquariums and stuff. Because it's dangerous. Stay home, but don't kill yourself in the house.
Yeah. Don't get so bored when you're killing yourself.
That's
Right.
crazy.
Because these TikTok things are crazy.
Yes.
But that was my prank, y'all.
Thank you, Cousin Steve.
That's pretty good. Your dad was waiting on that check though.
Well,
Yeah, he was. He's still waiting on the check.
Thank you, Cousin Steve.
I love y'all.
Love you back.
I don't know if mine's considered a prank, but I remember being a kid, and my daddy wanted ice water, and back then we had them thick Tupperware cups, and so the water in the refrigerator was already cold, and I was like, "Why I got to put ice in?" He like, "Cause I want ice in it," cause he always would shake the glass, and I put marbles in it instead of
Ice.
ice. So he shook it like this, and almost killed my father.
That's a prank.
He was trying to swallow marbles.
That's considered a
I'm
prank.
trying to crunch for marbles. That's a prank.
How old were you,
I was
Cornelius?
about 9.
Oh, you knew better.
So now, even today, when anybody hands him a
Allegedly.
glass, He looks inside of it now.
Just to mean you got him shook.
Just look in the glass of it.
Pay attention. Pay attention.
Yeah, my mom wasn't the parent that played pranks on like that. She wasn't.
She might cut you.
Yeah, you be more terrified. Like, it was just a joke. It's just a joke.
My mama too.
I'm playing, Mom. I'm playing. Yeah, nope.
Yeah, she playing with this belt against
Yeah,
your
don't surprise
hide.
her then.
I had a good one for my mom. This is actually when I was a teenager. But you know what? We're going to get to our favorite program segment, and then we're going to come back to one of my favorite mama pranks.
Okay.
Oh.
CG.
Yes. It has been a long month. You have your channel stuck on one thing. It is now time to hear some different news. Our version of the front page with Vasia Serrano.
Coronavirus.
Who said that?
Coronavirus.
Where'd that come from? Okay, let's get to it. Today is Wednesday, March 32nd. We are going to go ahead and jump right into the front page. You know, I try to give you a little positivity. I'm not going to say that's going to happen today. It's a little bit of a soapbox. But we'll start off with what might be positive for some. Let's talk about these stimulus checks. I think on Sunday I informed you about the stimulus checks. They'd come to an agreement, and they were going to provide us checks within a 3-week time span. That is still on. According to Forbes magazine, though, there are some things you need to be aware of. Now, if you filed tax returns for either 2019 or 2018, you will automatically receive an economic impact payment, which is what they're calling it, of up to $1,200 for individuals, $2,400 for married couples, and parents will also receive $500 for each qualifying child. And of course, that's, you know, within the thresholds they set forth. If you make like $99,000, you're not getting anything. Now, understand this is for people who filed their tax returns. However, there are some people that may not be getting anything in this stimulus package, and that would be people with past due child support payments.
Oops.
They may be penalized as long as the information is properly reported by states to the Treasury Department. Once the payment is intercept, the department is tasked with facilitating the transfer of the money into the entitled custodial parent's account for payment. So if you haven't paid up your child support and you know that it has been reported appropriately to the by the state to the Treasury Department, chances are you are not going to get a check. So keep that in mind. Now, people wonder, how is the IRS going to know where to deposit your payment? Well, the majority of people don't need to take any action at all. The IRS will actually calculate and automatically send the economic impact payment to those people who are eligible. If you've already filed your 2019 tax return, the IRS will use this information to calculate your payment amount. If you haven't filed your 2019, they're going to use your 2018 tax filing information and calculate, you know, from that information, and it will be deposited directly into the same bank account reflected on the return that you filed for 2018 or 2019. But if the IRS does not have the direct deposit information, what you can do is continue to check the U.S. Department of Treasury website. They're going to be updating information as it comes and providing information to individuals regarding how to make sure the IRS does indeed have their banking information, so individuals can receive payments immediately, as opposed to checks in the mail, because they will send them out by checks if they don't have the direct deposit information. If you're not typically required to file a tax return, you can still receive a payment. What you'll need to do is file a simple tax return to receive the impact payment. This is in reference to low-income taxpayers, senior citizens, Social Security recipients, some veterans, and individuals with disabilities who are otherwise not required to file a tax return. And you will not owe tax on this. So again, going back to the Treasury site is going to be your best point of reference for updated information regarding this. For those people who would like to know how to file a tax return, to receive the payment, you can go to irs.gov/coronavirus. And again, they will be updating information as they get it, and it will provide you instruction from there. If you have not filed your tax return for 2018 or 19, you can still receive the payment. However, the IRS is urging anyone with a tax filing obligation that has not filed in 2018 or 2019 to file as soon as possible. If you still need to file your tax return, the payments are going to be available through the rest of 2020. So get your taxes filed. It is still available after 2020. I don't know what to tell you because that information is not there. But for more information, again, all key information is going to be on irs.gov/coronavirus. And as soon as information becomes available, they will be posting it. So you can also check the stimulus check FAQs, frequently asked questions, and some of your answers may be there as well. Now, this is the place where the story kind of turns to a soapbox for me, because these next couple of stories kind of got me on edge a little bit, ruffled my feathers a little bit, and the stories themselves don't ruffle my feathers. It's people's responses to these stories. If you've ever heard of David Geffen, you know who he is. If you haven't, David Geffen is a billionaire. According to Bloomberg Billionaires Index, he is worth $9 billion. How did he get this money? He's a producer, film and studio executive, philanthropist. In the 80s, he founded Geffen Records. If you're not familiar with Geffen Records, they have been part of people like Elton John's career, Cher, Aerosmith, Peter Gabriel, Blink-182, Guns N' Roses, Nirvana. He's also co-founder of Asylum Records, which also merged with Elektra. They are also responsible for hits from Waka Flocka Flame, Cameron, Gucci Mane, Paul Wall, Mike Jones, Bun B.
Who?
Paul Wall.
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Who? Mike Jones.
Bun B. And also, this man co-founded DreamWorks SKG Studios with Steven Spielberg and Jeffrey Katzenberg. While he's no longer a part of it, he is one of the founders. Surely you've heard of these things. He is also a philanthropist who has donated money to the David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA, other educational research institutes as well.
Wow.
My point is, this man has worked hard to make his money. So why is social media so upset that he posted a picture of himself self-isolating on a luxury yacht, and the public is so upset?
Yeah, I don't get that.
Why? If this man has worked hard to create financial wealth for himself and his family, and this is a way that he protects his family and others, keep in mind, this is what he's able to provide. It's not that he's being selfish and that he's flaunting. This is the lifestyle that he has built for himself.
He's got that option.
So he has that option. I don't understand why people are getting upset over this.
I know.
What is it?
Because I ain't on it.
Exactly.
Meghan McCain tweeted Saturday, which is one of thousands of critical comments, that this is just shameful and grotesque.
Okay.
Why?
Why? Because he's on a yacht.
Why is that grotesque? His lifestyle that he's worked for has provided him that. Right now, if I had a huge SUV, or, does that make me wasteful because I'm driving my family around in my SUV? If I'm living in a fabulous motor home, is that just, what's grotesque about that? If that's what I can afford based off of the work of my own hands, why can't I make that choice for me and my family?
So he's living on a houseboat.
He's living on a luxury yacht
in
the Caribbean.
It's
in the Caribbean. It's beautiful.
So he's in the middle of the ocean.
I could
he's
feel
isolated.
I could feel why they feel that way. Because I ain't on it. I'm just saying.
The yacht is a private vessel. It comes with a gym, cinema, wine cellar.
Everything.
He can afford these accoutrements.
It don't matter what it comes with.
I'm not mad at him at all.
Now, I would be afraid of being on the yacht with all of the weather changes that is going on, but
they have plans in place for that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure there's a skilled captain on that thing.
And staff as well. Mm-hmm. So it just surprises me that people are responding in such a negative way. It's not like he's not being I don't think he's being wasteful.
You're not. He's throwing a party.
And even if he was,
I'm still not on.
that's his choice in this particular case. It's not like he's someone that does not have philanthropic advances within his life. He hasn't helped out people. He hasn't contributed. I mean, you can't tell someone how to spend the money in their household.
It wouldn't matter if he didn't do anything to help other people. That's his money.
Absolutely.
And so,
because trust, if I had it,
I mean,
we would be out.
We'd be gone.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to.
This would be the Kiss Radio Show coming live from a yacht.
Can't self-isolate from a canoe.
You can't do it.
Sure,
you
can.
really can't. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody has their walk of life, and I'm pretty sure whatever that provides, they are providing the best for their family. This is his walk of life, and he has every right to do it. So
Yes.
I'm gonna move on real quick because I know we're running short on time. This was another thing that really put a bee in my bonnet.
All right.
Okay, I hate when that happens.
The Georgia nurse that quit her job after having to work on the corona floor. I don't see where she was wrong. Melissa Thomas Scott worked in Albany, Georgia at the Phoebe Putney Memorial Hospital. She has a known pre-existing condition. She's a triple negative breast cancer survivor and was diagnosed some years ago at the age of 31. She quit her job when she clocked in because she found out that she was being sent to the corona floor when they knew she had kids at home that she couldn't send away. And again, she is a breast cancer survivor. So she has had, and again, this is known. Her supervisors know this and everything. So she's in a sensitive state, if you will, knowing she has this issue. So they let her go. I'm sorry, she quit. And they let her go. They felt disappointed by her leaving. But they announced in a press release Wednesday, the same day that she quit, that they were caring for 350 patients, have tested positive thus far, and many were critically ill with COVID-19 and reached the capacity of the 3 intensive care units there. Do you think she was unjust in making that decision for her and her family?
No, not at all. I mean, I do think the way it was handled by the supervisors could have been handled a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? Safely? No, I'm not safely, but just had a little bit more compassion for it.
Compassion, yeah.
We do get it, and shout out to all of the
healthcare
workers, because I mean, right now they're in this difficult time where they are really, really needed in so many different levels, and we don't have that skill set. So
they are literally on the front lines of this air quote war.
Air quote, it's a war.
It is a health war.
But I think she was well within her right to think about her own safety and her safety of her children.
Especially,
and I think that's something all of the healthcare workers are now dealing with, because you're asking them to put their lives on the line for other people.
Absolutely.
And I don't think we give them enough credit.
Oh no,
I don't think we give them enough credit. I mean, I don't think they make enough for this right here. I mean, it should be something else you're doing, because you're asking them to risk their own lives.
And then not only that, I'm sorry, and you were saying, not only that, in a number of hospitals across the U.S., they are running short on supplies. In some hospitals, they're saying that they have a stock that they don't have access to, and they're asking them to reuse certain things like their mask and things of that nature. So there's a lot going on, and I know that this caught everybody by surprise, except for one person who shouldn't have been surprised at all, but I digress. This has caught everyone by surprise. So there are practices and procedures that are being learned as it happens, and I get that, but compassion should not be learned as it happens. I understand that when you're in the medical field, you sign up for a certain level of care and you do put yourself in harm's way, but nobody could have prepared for this. Yeah. And so I think some level of concern and consideration should be given for these folks. And last story, I'm trying to wrap this up real quick. I went to Publix, and I'm going to say exactly, I went to Publix in Atlantic Station, and I was very disappointed to find out that the day that I went, with the cashier that I was working with, she had no gloves. The only thing she had was hand sanitizer, which she sanitized her hands between each person that she served at her register. But at that time, they were not allowing them to wear gloves because they said the gloves would continue to contaminate, right? Whatever they touched, and they weren't allowed to wear masks because they weren't provided masks to wear, and that they felt as though that it would cause fear with the customers. In this day and age, everybody should be in a place of understanding. This is not a fashion statement. It's a matter of health and safety at this point. So I was very disappointed, and then to hear that Amazon warehouse fired a gentleman who was one of the organizers of a Whole Food strike, sick out strike, was very disappointing as well. Yes, they fired a man. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. He is part of the staff there at that Whole Foods, is in New York, and he had been sent home because he, as well as many other people, had been in the presence of some people who have actually come down and been diagnosed with COVID-19. He was sent home, but other people who were actually around these people had not. They were still working as well. So he staged a sick out, and he felt as though that they were not given great provisions for their health in this particular time and climate of the world, and that they were more concerned about the money, the profit, than they are their actual employees. And so they have demands, and it's being worked on. Christian Smalls was the worker. He actually has gotten an attorney, New York Attorney General Letitia James, who tweeted Monday night, in the midst of a pandemic, Chris Smalls and his colleagues bravely protested the lack of precautions that Amazon employed to protect them from COVID-19. Then he was fired. I'm considering all legal options and calling on NLRG, which is the National Labor Relations Board, to investigate. So I'm pretty sure we're going to hear more of this across the country if employers do not provide some type of practice for these people to protect themselves. The young woman at Publix, by the way, says she was waiting on them to get the plexiglass. The plexiglass is not going to save them between now and the time they get the plexiglass if they come in contact with someone who chooses not to wear a mask, someone who might be infected, someone who might be asymptomatic but can still spread the virus. So that's it. I'm off my soapbox, and that was my front page.
Okay.
I hope you guys can feel me on this.
That was a heavy soapbox.
It was.
Heavy.
April Fool's Day.
It is March 32nd.
It's not no joke. Well, everybody, we're going to get into some good music, because that's what we do here. Yes. We're Independent Wednesday here, and we do all of the great music around the world from artists that usually don't get the airplay that they need.
They deserve.
But guess what? We got it to them. FUBU Radio and Kids Radio Show. We've done this. We've been doing this since 2000. And we're going to continue doing that. And today is no different. Right now, we're going to play Paul Brown. Tell me what you like. This is the Kids Radio Show live. We'll be back with the Dunce Hat.
Summertime, give me 6, and I'ma give you the number 9. 209 status, call it to 29. Know you ready for it, so I'ma give you my other line. Affiliated with millionaires and like-minded, I don't miss a rope. Sidetrack the blind side, catch me on the rope. Doing the Floyd Mayweather in my front seat, nobody doing the Mayweather. Stage set up, lights man, she stay dress up. 30 shots like Curry, I make the pay get up. Indiana, Alabama to California, my lyric burn at the stomach just like a hot soda. Won't be a hot dish up in the cold world. Every other girl like, okay. Trying to do 100 in the slow lane. I ain't messing with none of y'all. Still raise it up and got them doing the waterfall side check. And I ain't even behind yet. Ready or not, throw it back. My A game is known to pinch hit. Beat up your ex Xbox real good with the hit stick. Ride me till your tummy get turbulent. What's your first name? Cause your last name permanent. When you get the call, keep the play running. Do like Marshawn, don't say nothing. You ain't gotta ask, girl, you know me well. Lay your boy down for the show and tell. Roll around town with the head open. Chop like a busted boy head open. Tell me what you like and you got it. Top of that, you ain't gotta say, don't stop it. 50 for a shot, 50 for a tip, 50 in the bag, another 50 in the whip. Do a trip, just to do a trip. Strap for a couple racks, make you do a flip. All up in the hole, you know who it is.
Radio, playing the hip hop and R&B hits of today and yesterday.
I don't charge my energy, I no get time for no enemy. Nothing with person never see. I'm on nothing with person never see. Forget it, I say fashi. Money soon expected. Check out what body I jump. I take her to the person. Check jelly, check. I'm in the answer, the yes sir. Then I'm in the answer, yes sir. Respect is reciprocal. Even though I know say I'm special. Anybody, we no want to search it. Anybody, we no the carry body. I can't something, I can't something. Go back to fele, I can't something. You want your bed, you never function. Because myself, I never talk. I look you, they laugh, you go. I shall no say the time go come, mama. I no say the time go come. When you no go fit the line, mama, life not on python. Whether you like or not, go back to me, you best get it go pass. So yeah, keep me jack on. Anybody, we no want to search it. Anybody, we no the carry body. I can't something, I can't something. Go back to fele, I can't something. Money soon expected. Take our body, I jump. I take her to the person. Jelly, check. I'm in the answer, the yes sir. Then I'm in the answer, yes sir. Respect is reciprocal. Even though I know say I'm special. Anybody, we no want to search it. Anybody, we no the carry body. I can't something, I can't something. Go back to fele, I can't something. Go back to fele, go back to
You're listening to the all-new FUBU Radio, playing the hip-hop and R&B hits of today and yesterday.
Welcome back for the best independent music worldwide. It's the Kids Radio Show live. Your music, your way. Your way. 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get ready for all things stupid from across the world. Here's Cornelius George with the Dunce.
Hey, we're going to call this the lockdown edition.
We need it.
Y'all ready for it?
Let's go, man.
We're going to start off because everybody's been in the house about 2 or 3 weeks, and you start to do crazy things.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, really. There's this one man out in the UK. He had been locked in the house so long that, he wanted to get out. But if you're on lockdown, it's kind of hard to get out because you have police everywhere. Well, he found the perfect way to get out the house. Uh-oh. He got out the house disguised as a bush. He would walk along the street, and when he saw somebody, he would just crouch down like he was a bush.
The lies you tell.
The truth is in it.
Is there a picture?
Yes.
Oh, man, you're going to have to send that.
Yes, I'm about to tell you, man. The best thing ever. He's crouched down as a bush.
And where is he from?
The UK.
UK.
Yes. The next one goes out to the Spring Breakers from Texas. Half of the Spring Breakers from Texas who went to Mexico has contracted the coronavirus. Like, where have you been for the last 2 or 3 weeks where you haven't heard people talking about this all the time?
Right.
That's that. I can't call it millennial because this is that new generation.
Yeah, that's on some other.
That's some other people.
That's on some other.
Yep.
But, I read a story similar in New York where a kid went away with his friends and his dad told him, kept asking him to come back home, and he wouldn't. When he got back, dad had groceries in the car and sent him back to his campus apartment.
I would too.
Y'all are not coming in here, and his grandparents live with the parents, so he was like, "You're not subjecting."
That makes sense.
This.
Hey, on a positive note, the markets in China are coming back. They're back open.
The food markets?
Not the stock market. Not the stock market. It ain't up yet. It's the market that are selling bats and other exotic wild animals.
What?
I can't.
The very same thing that causes this virus, they're going, let's go back to work.
Wow.
I can't.
Who in their right mind is having, you know what I got a taste for? Bats.
Some bat wings.
I ain't never heard of that.
Some barbecue bat wings.
I want mine extra wet lemon pepper. Can I get some extra wet lemon pepper bat wings?
No, not gonna happen.
That's just no.
That is just too far. But you know what though? Have you ever heard of the country Turkmenistan?
That's new for me.
Turkmenistan is a country in Central Asia.
They made that up.
No, it's a real country.
Okay.
They have 0 coronaviruses in Turkmenistan.
Well, that's why nobody's heard of it. So
This is the dunce hat. Wait for it.
3 people there.
The reason why they don't have any coronavirus is because it is illegal to say the word coronavirus. If you mention the word coronavirus in Turkmenistan, you will go to jail.
Wow.
So you can't say I got coronavirus.
Nope. You can't say anything. You can't even mention it. So if you're in Turkmenistan listen to this, don't repeat what I just said about coronavirus because we don't want y'all locked up.
So denial is...
So they said, though, if we ban the word...
It never happened.
We ain't got no cases.
Wow.
Banning the word.
Wow.
Yep.
It's ingenious.
This is why I'm not trusting the news
Or
that's
is
coming
it?
from that side of the planet.
Really?
Because, it's just too convoluted. I don't trust the
I know.
news
You
that's
don't believe it, or
I don't believe the updates that we're getting.
I don't need it, but something that you shouldn't trust. You shouldn't trust your own eyes at times.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Because though, we've all had pets and had dogs. And most of the time, my dog used to love chasing cars.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My dog particularly loved chasing police cars. I don't know why, but he loved chasing police cars.
it was the wheel.
Yeah. Now, have you ever heard of a police car chasing a dog?
I mean, at the rate of everything that's going on right now,
Hey.
it doesn't surprise me.
There was in the state of Washington, there was a high-speed chase. The policeman had the 911's getting a lot of calls saying, "Hey, we see a car who's driving erratic on the road, and it's going about 90 to 100 miles an hour." So when the cops got to where the car was and pulled up beside it, it was a pit bull driving.
What?
Come on, man.
How long did this dog drive around?
It was a pit bull driving the car.
You lying.
No, I'm not lying. But here's the other part about the story. The owner of the pit bull was in the passenger seat, had his foot on the gas and trying to hold the steering wheel. He said when they finally got him to pull over by putting the little spikes on the road, he said, "I was trying to teach my dog how to drive."
Wow. Wow.
I just want to know, was the dog drinking? Because that'd be a true DUI.
Dog under the
Dog
influence?
under influence.
That's a doggone shame.
It's a dog. Listen, could you imagine being in a car and you see a car speed by you and it's a pit bull?
Boy, wait a minute. Why don't they just hire the dog?
What?
He could be part of the canine unit.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Who's going to have road rage with a pit bull driving a car?
That's some aggressive driving.
You're not going to be like, ah.
Wait, did you say aggressive or aggressive?
Aggressive driving.
Okay,
Where's
aggressive.
McGruff when you need him?
Right, aggressive.
You know, I know coronavirus and being locked down has gotten people to where they're always in the mood. You know what I'm saying? When the mood hits you, you got to take care of it.
Okay, we got to get some clarity on that one.
You do when the mood hits you, when you know what I'm saying, when you get that urge, when you and your I hear y'all talk. I hear y'all talk. When the mood hits you, you gotta take care of it.
I want to be clear. Coronavirus is never in that topic.
No, I'm just saying, but just because you're quarantined together and you're in the place together, so whenever that feeling hits you, you gotta take care of it, no matter where it is.
Can you woo woo woo?
Can you woo woo woo?
Can you clarify that?
Well, there was a couple in Florida that the mood hit them, and they had to woo 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 where they saw fit.
Okay.
It just so happened to be in the police parking lot.
What? Oh, hell yeah, they deserve this
In the
nonsense.
parking lot.
They was in the police parking lot, getting it on, outside the police station.
Okay.
I have so many questions.
You have so many questions.
Did they just go there and decide to park?
I think they
or
could-
was someone released and they just...
Nope, they
just-
pulled over and like, hey,
This is where they thought...
you know what though?
Now
give it
that's-
here.
That's an
Don't say nothing, just give it here.
arrested development.
Never should have promised to me. Just give it here.
Is that what the word said? Never should have promised.
Never should have promised to me. Just give it here.
Never knew that.
Wonder if they had just asked for the handcuffs from one of the officers.
Hey, I just want to know, did the cop let them finish before they took him inside?
That's a good question. That is a very good
Like,
question.
did you come before you went to jail? That's what I want to know. Judge, Mr. Officer, can I? Because I know we going inside. But can I?
Put your hands up. Oh, got to finish this first, Pippin.
That's a whole other thing.
Okay.
Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. Ooh.
That's what she said.
And my last one is, like Cousin Steve said, all these people who are bored to death on TikTok.
You don't stop
You
body
get
rock.
the done set. There are two videos that I've seen personally. One is people putting hairspray or aerosol spray in their mouth and blowing it out and lighting it on fire.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
Yes. And almost setting their whole face on fire.
Everyone I seen,
Hey.
it was unsuccessful.
It was hilarious.
And then they posted it.
And they going, yeah, that one, and then the paper, the toilet paper roll challenge is still going out there.
That one,
That's stupid. But my favorite one of all, if you haven't seen it, it's on my Facebook page. It is people are at a funeral and they do the TikTok dance challenge.
At a real funeral?
At a real funeral.
This
Not
is not
only
staged.
do they do the dance in front of the casket, they go so far as to grab the casket and make the casket do the little dance move.
Come on, man.
I know my people, my black people, we do a lot of crazy things like taking pictures with your grandmama in inside the casket. But now we done took this too damn far. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this too far. Like, well, grandmama gonna do this last dance challenge.
This is ridiculous.
You gonna do a selfie with grandma in the hearse?
The selfie, but now we're gonna let me. Who bright idea was? Let me get my TikTok up. But let me get this.
Cornelius, I got an update for you on one of your favorite TikTokers.
Okay, which one?
The dumb girl who licked the toilet seat.
Yes.
She has coronavirus.
Oh yes, I'm glad of that.
Cornelius.
Couldn't happen to a nicer person.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Cornelius George, for finding all the stupidity in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Cornelius George and the Dun Set.
He can find them.
Oh, man. Y'all find him here every week, and he'll let you know where not to go. What was the name of the country?
Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan. That's where you can go to be safe. Just don't say it, or you sprayed it. We're going to get back in some good music, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about the topic of the day, and amongst everything else that's going crazy, and I think we might have some fun today. I think so. Kiss Radio Show Live, home of the independent artists. We're going to come back and have some fun.
You're always on my mind. What did you do to me? I hope you feel the same. 'Cause your love is all I see. Now I'm inclined to believe you're the only one for me. You're the only one for me. You're the one of my dreams. Oh, don't give your loving to anyone else but me. Your love is so good. Baby, your love is so good. Baby, your love is so good.
There's nothing in this world that's better, yeah, than you and me. The way your body
Man, if y'all don't know who that is, that's the Black Betties featuring Q Parker. It was so good.
So good.
So good. Yeah.
See, Cornelius, see what you started.
Yes. When it's so good, you got to get it where you can.
Apparently.
When it's so good.
Police station.
Police station, church parking lot.
Church parking.
Is it wrong to do it in the church parking lot?
I don't think it's wrong to do it in the parking lot. On the pew,
okay,
different story.
But in the parking lot, you're safe because if you're close to the building, because if it's good, somebody's calling his name.
Yes. Cornelius. 678-894-0026. Topic of the day. April Fools. What was your favorite prank as a child?
Well, 2 or 3 are gathered in my name.
Well, some of us didn't have too many pranks as a child. I think my other one was, you had talked about mamas.
Yeah.
And I was a teenager when this happened. I bought my first television.
Television?
When I was employed, I got my first job. I started, hooking up my own bedroom. So I bought me a television. I was getting all, the little tricks and toys and all that stuff that I wanted because I had my own room. I was finally able to have my own room. And this television, gonna have to pause. Let's see. Welcome to the Kiss Radio Show. Who is this?
It's Rodney Perry.
Rodney Perry in the building.
The legend. What's going on, sir?
Hold on, should I be able to see y'all?
You would have to video call us.
What I do?
That was just.
Are you on Skype, sir?
You are live, Rodney. I'll tell you that.
Yes, you.
I'm gonna learn how to fix this here fandangle thing.
Boy, I tell
I'm
you.
gonna video.
He's the legend himself,
The
Rodney
legend.
Perry.
We gotta hold on. Let me say something.
He gonna video in.
Yeah, make sure he got the right ID. Wow.
We gonna try
Surprise
this
caller.
again.
Yes. As I was saying. What happened?
I need
I need some information.
Well, you get that. Did you need something from me?
Yeah, the ID.
My name too.
Oh.
He about to be up in the house.
So the prank that I did with my mom, I found out my television that had a remote, and my mom, she bought this other television, and she bought the store display one. It didn't come with a remote. Somehow I found out that my remote works on my mom's TV. So I used to hang around in the cut just a little bit where I can have a good angle of her TV and my remote. So she had to get up in her bedroom to turn it on and off and change the channel and all that stuff. Get situated, make sure that's what she wanted. She would walk all the way back to the bed, and I would wait till her butt touched the mattress, and I would turn it off.
Something's wrong with you.
Something is really wrong with you.
Something's wrong
And she would sit there like a couple of seconds, like, what? She'd get back up, turn it on, make sure it stays on for a while, turn around. As soon as she sits right on the mattress again, turn it off. This went on for a good 5 minutes until I kind of burst out in laughter and she realized what was going on.
Play too much.
But I mean, she thought for a minute, she thought her mattress was the remote for the bed, for the on and off switch.
Stupid. That's a little sneaky.
Yeah, it was
A little conniving.
But see, again, this was something.
I gotta be mindful.
This wasn't calculated. It just happened to be happenstance that I found out that it worked. It was a
Every
happenstance.
time she sat down, the TV
would shut off.
Oh man, that is hilarious. I'm surprised you're still alive.
And
right
the
now.
end of this story is, and shortly thereafter, I've had to move out.
Well, again, teenager, I was quick on my feet at that time, so I did get away. Had quite a few pranks. Pranked my brothers a lot.
There's one story he's not allowed to tell.
The worst prank I've ever seen.
I need to call him and see if he Because he called me a butthole like that.
The worst prank I ever seen was I was working out at West Georgia during the summers, and we found a snake that was dead, and put it inside this person's car up under their book bag
Oh my goodness.
on the passenger side. So when they got into the driver's seat and threw
Hold on.
it back, they let out a heart attack.
Okay. Hold on, Mr. Perry. I see you. I see you. Hold on.
We got Rodney Perry in the building.
Hold on. Let's get this
Or maybe
right.
not necessarily in the building. We got Rodney Perry.
Get this right.
See this hat?
His face is coming to
got
a
this
screen
hat,
near
boy.
you.
He killing us with this hat game.
Man, I need to grow up.
I don't like that y'all can see me, but I can't see y'all.
How you got this hat thing going
Hold
on?
on. If y'all got to see this hat.
We gotta get y'all on Zoom, man.
Yeah, we gonna make
Zoom
that
is having
happen.
some security issues. I read earlier there are people that are actually doing photo bombing or Zoom bombing is what they're calling it on Zoom. Somehow they're managing to get into some of these calls that are being set up. People who aren't supposed to be on there and appearing, or sending porn sites to group videos.
Oh, that's funny.
Hello.
Just don't do my classroom. I want to keep my job. I don't need the porn sites going.
People up there in meetings in the third quarter. Oh, I don't think that was supposed to be up there.
Man, hold on, Rodney. Bear with me, sir. Bear with me.
I'm bearing.
How you doing, Rodney Perry?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing very well. This hat is killing me, though.
There we go.
He got a cock to the side. Looking like he about to handle some business.
What'd you say?
I took a bath and everything.
Hold on.
He came ready to handle some business.
I got you. We gonna get you. And I like how Rodney does it. Okay, ready for this? In 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, on Facebook Live, video himself, the legend himself, Rodney Perry.
What up?
Man, this hat though. You know, not everybody can do this.
Everybody can't. Listen, we quarantine, locked down. He killing it.
He just fly.
What?
I'm in my basement like everybody else.
Hey.
Listen, I need to go put on lashes. You messing.
Y'all know y'all fly.
Man, come on. Mr. Perry, how you doing, sir?
Man, I'm great, man. Getting my quarantine on. You know they about to lock down Atlanta. You heard about this?
Yeah.
About to lock down? I think they did.
No, not officially. They
it's
hitting
not
it.
Not everywhere.
Okay.
They Fulton County is locked down, but Cobb County wasn't.
Yeah.
And so they say Cobb County next. And so those of us that's been out here in these streets going to the grocery store and whatnot, better get it together.
Get your groceries now.
Tell me
You
about
can't
it.
keep going to get 1-2 items a day.
No, you need to go and stock up.
Yeah.
My wife said we on tissue alert. We almost out of tissue already.
Well, you know, for a small fee of $5.99 a roll, we can get you about 3.
Man.
Let me tell you something. I would spend a hot 20 on 3 rolls. I would.
Let me give you my cash
doubt.
app.
Right.
Consider it done.
I have an essential.
Now, the bigger question is, do you deliver?
Listen,
We got drones.
I actually have my regular 9 to 5 outside of the Batcave
Oh my
is
God.
a essential business, so I'm in the office every day.
All
I
right.
have
You
to arrange for
essential.
this. Yes.
You essential. They know I'm unessential as hell.
So guess what, sir? Your hoodie is really fresh and hot over here.
I got to come through. I got to come to the studio.
It's still steaming from the printer. So you.
Hey, speaking of cash app,
Oh, there we go.
but can y'all see it the right way and look
I'm
backwards?
seeing the top. I'm
Yeah,
seeing
it
just the
says
top
Rodney
part.
Perry.
Okay.
Okay.
How
there
much
you
is that running for, sir?
I'm not selling this shirt. I got this shirt just to let people know that they too can donate.
Okay, you can donate.
So, have you started your online comedy set yet? I mean, because, everybody's going virtual because of the quarantine. So, I know everybody's finding new ways to, monetize their craft. What are you doing right now?
I've done a couple of things. I did. I met this guy. He's got a streaming platform, and so I had scheduled a online show with him, but they wasn't ready to take money because I was gonna do it pay per view.
Right.
Oh wow.
And so and that's still in the works because they had some bugs to fix over there. But I did do a show last week. My buddy Ali Sadiq, we did a virtual comedy show. So he was the host.
Nice.
He brought us on live on Instagram, and we did it just like I'm talking to y'all. I did a show right here in this seat,
Nice.
and it was dope, man. And you know I'm a comedian, so I need to perform every couple of days anyway.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so it was just perfect for me because I felt like I was on stage and I had all the same energy right before I walk on stage as I did if I was in a comedy club.
That's what's up.
And then last night on my Instagram live, I just had an open mic. And you know, all the comics that follow me, I was like, if you got jokes, come on and do 2 minutes. And man, it was about 15 comics that came on did 2 minutes apiece. It was crazy.
That's
Wow,
dope.
that is what's
That's
up.
dope.
Now, I think that is a real testament to you, my friend, because not too many people can open up a platform and everybody so openly want to be part of it. Because you're a comedian's comedian.
That's true.
You know, because
No, I can't argue with that. You know what? And I know that's true because when I go to different cities and I meet guys face to face, they got stories about me and I ain't never met them. They're like, man, one day you helped me get in the club, man. One day you followed me on Instagram when you did it, and I'm like, really? I don't have no memory of it.
but that's good because it's genuine.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
and you actually out there to help. I remember doing your improv class, and I remember you used to tell me, look, don't think so much. Just never deny, and just go with it.
Just go.
Dude, you know what? You and Cornelius have grown the most of anybody that's ever taken my class. Like,
Oh, wow.
you guys came in and worked with this last group, and you guys were both nothing short of amazing.
Man.
And I remember Cornelius being like afraid, and so to watch him be so big and his energy was great and he was fearless. It was a pleasure to watch, and you too, Hershey, man. It's just been a pleasure to watch. I mean, you guys were already talented when I met y'all, but to see y'all be fearless is another animal.
You know what? I appreciate that, sir. And it takes the right coach to bring that out of a person, because if I didn't believe in Rodney, you know, I would just immediately be withdrawn. Like, you know, I ain't doing nothing you won't tell me to do.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, this is a testament to you. And that last show we did, sir, there's still clips that were recorded that we have not posted.
Dude, you guys were so brilliant, man. It was so many moments. And Cornelius is ridiculous.
Yes, he is.
The stuttering thing. Oh my God.
Cornelius needs to be stopped. I've seen some really dope improvers, you know, since I've been doing this class, and you guys rank among the top of those people, man.
Hey, don't forget the lob though, because if it wasn't for the lob, Cornelius couldn't dunk it.
Right. Oh, the lie. But that's what people don't get credit for. Like, improv is not just the guy that's getting the laughs. It's also the guy that played the straight man.
Yeah.
And it's also the guy that makes it so honest that when he does what he does, you know, we all kind of work together. It's really the closest you're gonna get to a team atmosphere in comedy.
Mm-hmm. We agree.
Now, Rodney, I would be remiss not to take the opportunity right now.
Don't
to
be
say-
remiss.
To say that with all of the talent that is in the room with me right now, to include yourself, I feel a little disadvantaged. And for right now, for the small fee of 4 rolls of tissue paper, I could try to barter an opportunity to take a be a part of your class, your next class. 4 rolls of
For
tissue.
4 rolls of tissue, you gotta give me about 30 rolls of tissue to take the class.
Hold up. I'll be back. We got some somewhere.
Check your stockpile and see if you got the currency. Hey, while we playing, tissue might be the new money.
It might be.
It's
Okay.
paper. Talk about paper.
Okay.
I'm telling you something. Before I use tissue for money, though, I'm gonna wipe my butt with my hand.
Get a bidet, sir. Try that.
You can rinse your
Well-
hand off.
but they're still. We don't know how long the water gonna be here.
That's true.
Look, don't be speaking that stuff into existence. We are already on March
Hey, let me tell you
32nd.
something. Flint been out of water for 3 years. Ain't nobody thought nothing about them people.
But wait, it had all Flint been out of water. You said for 3 years, but all of a sudden we got this $1 trillion. Wait, how much was the bailout?
We got
How
money.
much is
We
the
got money.
bailout?
One trillion something.
And Flint
Hey,
still don't have water, but we got money for the
Let me tell you
stimulus.
something. I watched this video. First of all, I love all the conspiracies on the internet. So I watched this video today. This dude did a 15-minute video on how money ain't nothing, no way. You know, like
It's not.
our money is really not. You know, the early 1800s, late 1800s, 1900s, money was backed by gold.
Yep.
Right.
Cash was backed by gold. So paper money was backed by something substantial.
True.
Now they can just make money,
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
and that's why the interest rates and stuff go up and down, and it's a never-ending cycle. So it's really interesting, man, and we live in some really interesting times.
Yeah, we do. We do, and that's crazy.
I need somebody to make me some money.
How are you coping?
Great question. I mean, you know, this live keeps me sane. You know, just going on talking to people, and it's become kind of a job. I mean, I do at least one of these a day.
Okay.
I've been going live on my own Instagram page and Facebook page. I'm going on and doing a motivational speech tonight at 9.
Okay.
I got another interview at 9:45. So low key, I'm busier than I was before the corona.
Wow.
So my question
know?
is, Rodney, how will this situation, what we're dealing with, how will this change comedy? Because you see all the comedy clubs are closing down, and it's taking a real hit. How will this change when we are allowed to come back?
You know what? I think this. I think people will immediately go back to their regular lives.
Yeah.
Now, me and my buddy have had a debate about this, and he thinks that it'll be changed forever. Let me tell you something. This in the house is great, but know this. The first day they say you can just go do what you was doing, people gonna do it. They going back to the clubs, they going back out, and this is the thing. Like, if you ever been on a cruise ship for 5 or 7 days, people are addicted to spending money.
That's true.
So when you tell them they can't, they kind of don't know what to do with themselves. And so when they open the floodgates, it'll be open. But this time is interesting because those of us that were kind of outside of the loop on social media, it's really forcing us to get into this stream and start swimming.
Right.
And so there's a lot of us that's figuring it out. And so we're going to give the social media cats a run for their money.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Now, part of me kind of got scared a little bit because, everybody's like with the apocalypse, you got the locusts in Africa, we got the weather changing like crazy, and people changing like crazy. So it's kind of like some people are jumping. I don't want to call the signs a bandwagon, but it kind of seems like everybody's got their own reaction to what's going on instead of following the instructions and doing what we need to do in order to survive, which is weird to me because the people that you saw as friends first, now you see how they truly are.
I'll be like, you stupid.
Right. It's like, what made you do that? I don't get it.
I mean, people still barbecuing and throwing baby showers.
This
But look,
selfishness.
Man.
I mean, I don't think I won't go so far to call it selfish. I think people are cynical and they just think all of this is some bull, and they might be right. But I heard somebody say this the other day on social media. You have to err on the side of caution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's happening is the average person may or may not know nobody that has the coronavirus.
Right.
So if you've been walking around 3 weeks and you ain't seen one person, you're like, man, this is bull. But the reality is, if you have an older person in your life, if you have a baby, a young person in your life,
Exactly.
you run the risk, if you're interacting with a lot of people, you run the risk of infecting them. You might be fine, but you run the risk of infecting those people. So you have to, at the very least, consider
Right.
the what if it's real.
The
And I
connection.
think
It,
that's where I get the selfish aspect from my perspective. And when I say selfish, we do have our habits, and it is hard to break those habits. But considering what is being said about this particular virus, the
you got to
lack
respect
of
it.
consideration for other people, it's like it's not even about, this is not a about you situation. This is about being considerate of other people, because even if you're asymptomatic and you have no signs but you're a carrier, you got to think about the elderly. You think about people who are going through cancer treatments and have compromised immune systems, period. You have to monitor your actions accordingly, not because you feel perfectly healthy and great and amazing and you can go and do whatever you feel as though you can go and do. You got to be considerate of everybody you're going to come in contact with, that you are actually a risk.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I think the thing that people heard when it first came out was we kept hearing that more people have been killed or died from the flu.
Yes.
And my question was, as always, have you ever been to a
Ebola
funeral of somebody with the
wreaked
flu?
more havoc than this, but
Yeah.
Ebola wasn't half as contagious.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the thing that not everybody is putting in consideration, a connection between
And the Zika
everybody.
virus was horrible.
I mean, I saw a clip. It looked like Mad Max on 17th Street one day. You have people doing drag racing and doing all of this stuff that they normally wouldn't do. And that's the part where I start talking about how people start acting different. Like, what in the hell is wrong with you? Like, you thought this was okay to do it now. But anyway, okay, we get off that soapbox.
Right.
Because we could be on this.
We could be on
a
there all
minute.
day.
I just want to know how they go through the NBA first.
I mean,
Destroyed the NBA before
the
everybody else.
NBA did what we were talking about though. They didn't go on. They were cautious, and they closed their doors, and that's when it got real for me. I don't know about y'all. What, the NBA don't shut down for nothing.
That's true.
And when the NBA shut down, I was like, oh, this serious.
Yeah.
It's serious.
This is. So down the road, sir, let's name some of the iconic movies that Mr. Rodney Perry has been in that has really kind of, I don't know, it was a moment for Cornelius in one, but I think for me, mostly it was when you did the Monique show.
Okay.
Because the difference is that I saw him in a different, what you want to call it, a different field, I guess.
Capacity, a different capacity.
Yes.
Different light.
Yeah, because it was like I'm used to seeing. I mean, first of all, being able to call a Rodney Perry a friend, seeing him on TV was kind of normal for me because that's his job. He on TV. Hey, look, it's Rodney Perry. And then you got me sounding like Eddie Murphy. But then when I see you on doing a live talk show, it was just something that I was really in admiration of.
Wow, man! That was a big old blessing. Monique is my friend, and we still, talk probably once or twice a month, every month, and she let me roll with her. And we actually did radio first. We were on radio.
Right.
She had a syndicated show, and I did her syndicated show, and that ended. She said, "Rodney, bigger and better things are coming." And a couple of months later, I got the call to go on her radio show. To go on her television show. And at first, they didn't really know what my role was going to be. They knew that they like say for instance, they never wanted to call me a co-host.
Okay.
Like they didn't want to give me that title. But it was like, why not? You know what I mean?
Well, understandably, it's not like you a small name, so I can kind of get where that conversation will come up.
So BET was interesting back then. Like, it's a lot of stuff that people do now easily that BET was like putting your social media on the screen. They didn't want to do that.
Right.
Oh wow.
It was like, yo, this is our network, and you could do something on your page and the legal people would get involved. I was like, dude, this is a new world. Like, I saw this stuff coming then, and so it's interesting to look back on that time, man. We made 300 episodes of television in 2 years.
Wow.
And hour-long TV, and I got not only to be on camera, but I was one of the people behind the scenes. I was in the writers' room.
Oh, wow.
We shot sketches. We did a sketch one time. I don't know. I think it aired, but we did a sketch about a commercial for you know they have commercials for a law firm.
Yeah.
Yes.
We did a commercial for a law firm called We Will Fight for You.
Okay.
But these guys would literally beat up whoever you wanted to.
Literally
Oh.
fight for you.
They would, you would knock on the door and then you would see him get beating up somebody in the background. Like, man, I'm so glad I called. We Will Fight for You. It was crazy. But Mo was great for letting me roll with her, and she put a lot of money in my pocket, man. Even now, people like you say, they know me from that, and it just gave me another resume. And while that show was going, Monique and I were the only two blacks on television.
Wow.
Think
Wow.
about that.
That's history.
There were no other black people on TV at that time.
Right.
We got Girlfriends back on TV. They got taken off.
Right.
We got a couple of shows back on
Because of that whole situation.
because of our show and us lobbying like this show should be on the air.
Wow.
So what is next for Rodney Perry?
Well, I shot a movie in November.
Wait.
It's hello.
I was gonna say that's what I want to
She
talk
having,
about.
she having a moment.
I want to talk about that.
Okay, I shot a movie in November, and just give y'all just a little quick cliff note. I'm a stand-up comedian, and the reason I'm a stand-up comedian because I saw a guy on TV when I was about 10 years old. He was on Saturday Night Live, black guy named Eddie Murphy.
Oh, I don't know who that
And
is.
when I saw this guy, I immediately got a picture of what I wanted to be.
Wow.
So fast forward 20-some years later, 30 years later, I go in for an audition for a project called The Quest, right? And so I go in for The Quest. I read like 2 or 3 different roles, and about a couple of days passed. My agent called me and said, "Rodney, you booked The Quest." And I'm like, "All right, that's cool." She's like, "You not excited?" I'm like, "Oh, it's let's just work. It's no big deal." Because you learn not to put too much on nothing, whether you book it or not.
Right.
And so she's like, "Rodney, The Quest is coming to America too."
Oh.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
I know your
Dude,
face.
I was on the floor. My wife came downstairs, and I was just standing on the counter. I was standing by the counter, just in a daze. She's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I just booked the movie." She said, "Really? Which one?" I said, "It's coming to America too."
Wow.
She's like, "For real?" And I stood there in our kitchen right upstairs and cried like a baby.
Hey, I can understand that
Yeah.
because we actually never had a real talk about that because I was in that movie too.
Yeah.
You know who's not in
What'd
that
you
movie?
play?
Me.
What?
You know who couldn't seem to get cast? I'm starting to think it was a conspiracy because I had green eyes and I couldn't pass for African.
I mean, just the joy of being on set for an iconic movie like that. And I played a very small role, but I was just happy that I was next to...
You had lines?
No. I was the bodyguard to
Wesley
Snipes.
and
Get out of here! Oh, you in them scenes?
Yeah, and I was the stand-in for Rick Ross.
Oh, get out of here! So you was really the real deal.
Yeah, so watching Eddie
that's
Murphy
hot.
come on set and just watch the film and just watch these guys work. I mean,
Dude.
man,
It was amazing, right?
Oh my gosh, it's one thing of seeing the finished picture. It's another thing of seeing how these guys develop the whole scene, and it's not on. This is not something that they say, okay, on this scene, I want you to do this. These guys are creating this moment.
Yeah.
And it's just,
And then you see when them improv skills come in handy.
yes, and you know what? And that's every time. Every time somebody asks me, "Well, Hirsch, when it comes to acting, what do you do?" I was like, you know what? These acting classes are great, but I do recommend if you have an opportunity, take Rodney Perry's improv class because he's going to teach you how to be able to develop characters, and you don't even know you're doing it because he's bringing it out of you.
Yep.
I mean, you learn the techniques in the acting class, stage left, stage right, and all of that stuff.
Right.
But in order to develop you as an actor, you have to have that creative mind. You have to be able to see beyond who you are. Like there was a role that I played. I played a madam's right hand, right? Now, characteristic wise, that is not me at all. I'm not going to be sitting up there setting up somebody else's daughter to be up with some other dude. But just to have that understanding that you could develop these characters in your head just to play this scene. It's amazing.
Right.
So again,
And then you got to be honest with each character. Like you say, it might not be you, but there might be somewhere in some corner of your psyche that there's a pimp in there.
you're gonna be scared of yourself.
Pimpologist.
Be scared of
You know,
yourself.
and you might have to tap into some dark stuff sometimes. So
Yeah.
I try to tell people, improv is not just comedy. Like you may have to improvise a dramatic scene. I did a scene in the movie one time. It was a low budget feature in Philly. It never came out, but I had some of the dopest scenes in this movie. So I'm on the rooftop. I'm a killer.
Okay.
Okay. I'm a killer. I'm a real. At this point in the movie, I already killed 3 or 4 people. So it was a young lady. She was snitching to me on the rooftop, and she was telling me, you know, so and so it did it. I was like, wow. I was like, thank you. You know, when I was a little boy, I hated chitlins. My mother would make chitlins on every holiday: Easter chitlins, Christmas chitlins, Thanksgiving chitlins. I hated chitlins. You know what I hate more than chitlins?
A snitch.
You talk about gangster?
Oh, that's what you said?
Yeah, that was.
Yes.
Just be in the same vibe. I feels you.
She was scared for real.
I had a fake gun on set, right? And I actually poked her in the face with the gun like in real life. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Cut. Ooh, my bad.
You felt that.
She was like, you hit me with the gun. I was like, I'm so sorry. The girl, her name is Shafona Ray. She lives here in Atlanta now. And she's an actress and she's dope.
So, note to self: we have Rodney and the family over for dinner. Let's not serve chitlins.
No, we serving
No,
chitlins.
no chitlins. No
I
chitlins.
can't do that.
And Rodney, I'd be remiss not to take this opportunity to once
You're
again
not gonna be remiss.
She is the most remiss
Raise.
person I know.
You the remissest.
raise my offer to 5 rolls of tissue
Okay.
and a package of paper towels.
Wow.
For
You
your
know what?
class.
We do give scholarships from time to time. And so you're definitely welcome to hit me up personally. My email, Rodney@RodneyPerry.com. Hershey has already vouched for you. And
I've been
we
talking
should
to-
be able to make
I've been
something work.
talking to- I've been talking to Madeline, you know. You know.
She skipped right over me. You know,
Right.
she goes straight to
Well,
the nose.
Hershey got the inside track though.
Yes.
Oh man, so Rodney, again, brother, I'm feeling honored that it's technically April Fool's and we got Rodney Perry on
It
here.
is
Perry
March
on
32nd.
I'm definitely an April Fool.
It is
I
March
am a fool.
32nd.
So
I'm definitely an April Fool.
once again, hey Rodney, throw out your handles, let
Yes.
everybody know where to find you, how to join your class,
Yes.
and where to see you on live.
Everything is on the website, RodneyPerry.com. I'm Rodney Perry live on all my social media, and I'm a cool guy, man, and I'm honored to be on your show. I know y'all got a choice over who y'all talk to, and I'm honored, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Man,
I took a bath.
You
I took a
But
bath.
before you go, though, I got to say this right here. Educators, if you're listening, he is probably one of the coolest cats ever. When I first started doing comedy,
hands down.
I bombed the very first time in front of this man. And he ended up coming out to my school. It was me, you, Bone, and Griff. First time doing comedy, and I bombed. I mean, nobody cracked a smile. And he came, hey, nobody cracked a smile, then they get on stage and destroy it. I'm like, oh, man, I suck at it. He like, man, you should come back. I'm like, you crazy. But he came out to my school, man, and talked to the kids for me, and it just really met me that first time.
I mean, he's always been supportive.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to tell you how big Rodney Perry influences, especially myself and Cornelius. So, another film, we were on the Ricky Smiley Show with the late, great Tommy Ford.
Yes.
I was in that scene when he was robbing it. Him and Tommy knocked me over at the door.
You was in that scene?
That was me.
Hilarious. I knew you then, though. I remember that.
Yes,
I knew you.
Yes, yeah, that's why you knocked me over.
You know you can do it.
He's like, I can get away with this.
But you know, when you're a principal and you know a dude that's extra, you do what you can to get him involved.
Yes. Which again is why this man is so supportive, and again,
Absolutely.
how this man influences this show. Hold on, take a listen. Not know everybody knew who this voice was. Hold on. Sound familiar?
He was like, maybe he
Let
didn't
me
hear
do
that.
it again.
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. Should I be hearing something?
Oh, maybe in here. Hold on.
Maybe. Hold on a
Try
second.
it one more again.
Try
One
it
more
again.
again.
Did you hear that?
The
Oh,
track for my segment Dunce Hat is all you.
it's you.
Really?
Yeah.
You when we were with this other station, you were one of our first
All right.
guests.
All right. Well, do that again. I'm acting like I heard it.
Okay. Oh, so we gonna dial back. So I'm gonna tell you how much this man influences myself and Cornelius George. Anybody that always asks about who's this voice? That's Rodney Perry.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Get
that's
out of
improv.
here.
That's
Man, y'all still using that?
yes. Yes.
Man, come on,
Oh,
dog.
wait a minute. You don't even know we got a whole song behind it. Hold on.
We got a whole. Wait.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's hot.
When he coming to the station, we got to do this.
Yes. Everybody.
Oh, consider it done. We got to turn this into a challenge.
That's the legend himself, Rodney Perry, on April Fool's Day.
Harry. It's March 32nd, March 32nd.
Do you know where you at? We appreciate you, sir, for taking time out of your busy schedule. And, you're
Hey,
welcome
man.
anytime, man.
Thank y'all so much again, man. Let's do this again.
Oh, yeah.
Let's knock it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got an empty chair. You can always call in.
I'm gonna come. Y'all will pop up there. I know y'all at.
Come on through. You family. We'll wait till after the coronavirus thing is over.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah.
be
You
a
can't.
minute. In the
We can't
meantime,
corona. We can't
We
corona.
got
Wait
a
a
place
minute.
for you on video.
But bring that hat, though. Bring that hat, though.
Hey, where can we get a hat? That's what I want to know.
That's a Rodney hat.
This is a Gorham Brothers hat. There's a Gorham Brothers hat store in Pawn City Market, but I buy hats from all over the place. You know, it's a hat store right around the corner. That's a beautiful Stetson right there.
That's a brim. That's a brim right there.
I got a this is from the Fruition Hat Company. Got that what they call it, canary.
But look how he just pulling them out. It's just he's right here at his grass.
I got hats.
Wait,
I got
you
hats.
said you have a
Don't
couple
have to put
things
on
to
my
do this
pimp hat.
after this evening.
He got the Rudy hat.
He got the Rollo.
I'm done.
He got the Rollo.
That is a
Can I-
Rollo. That is definitely a Rollo.
Rollo.
Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna call it. Hey, guys, I gotta go. I gotta get ready for this call at 9.
Yes, sir.
But I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. I don't even know how to use Skype. I got Skype for y'all,
We are
appreciate
love.
it.
We are love.
We appreciate it.
and I'm mad that I can't see y'all because I thought I was gonna see y'all.
Yeah, we're gonna work out that technical
We'll get it worked
difficulty.
out next time.
Look at his face. Ladies and gentlemen, Rodney Perry.
He gave us the face and then hung up.
Like, skip y'all.
I'm out. Gotta love the legend
Oh, man.
himself.
That-
Such
that-
a kind man.
That was wonderful. That was wonderful. I feel so good about that.
That was beautiful. Don't you agree?
Oh, man. Let's play some music and come back. Oh, man. I'm verklempt. It's Kiss Radio Show.
Did you make up another word?
No, that's a word. Verklempt. We'll be back.
I really can't help. Baby, ain't no secret. I know everyone you be with. When the check come, you leaving. Swear, gotta be a reason. How can something so right feel so wrong? What do I do? What do I do? Oh no. Walk it like you talk it. Say you love me. I won't force it. Girl, you're gorgeous. I just wanna know before I give my all. Girl, you know I fuck with you and that's on everything.
stalking. How do I know? How do I know? I be doing it too. Yeah, want a nigga to take you out, spend that money on the first night. Met you on the gram, flew you out on the first flight. Walk it like you talk it, say you love me, I won't force it. Girl, you're gorgeous, I just wanna know before I give my all. Girl, you know I fuck with you and that's on everything. And I wanna believe everything you're telling me. I know you got a line up on the side, but you say you love me. Do you tell that shit to everybody? Everybody, do you tell that shit to everybody? Do you tell that shit to everybody? Everybody, do you tell that shit to everybody? Yeah, yeah. Walk it like you talk it, say you love me, I won't force it. Girl, you're gorgeous. Do you tell that shit to everybody? Walk it like you talk it, say you
Yeah, y'all know who that is. That's Bobby V. He asking y'all, did you tell that to everybody? Keep the secrets. Welcome back to the Kiss Radio Show, independent live music on Fubu Radio. I'm your boy, Core DJ Hershey.
Vasir Serrano, the voice.
And your boy Cornelius George.
And to close out the show, we always say our piece, and we close out. Vasir?
I'm simply going to say, y'all be safe, care for one another, care for the people even that you don't know, and care for the Kiss Radio Show Live. If you guys really enjoyed yourself, please share. Let your friends know that we are here. You can follow me at Vassier, VASSIER _Serrano, SERRANO on social media everywhere.
All right. Cornelius.
Yes, take care of yourself. Make sure you are taking this time, using it wisely to focus on the things that are really important.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Hey, and renew your love of learning because now you have nothing but time. Summer break is
For
not
real.
started yet.
For real, for real.
It's not summer break yet. Spring break is next week. Spring break is next week.
Yeah, that is
No
true.
one's going anywhere, but we on spring break next week.
And the Cheerios is home.
Right. And me, I am Core DJ Hershey. Is on Instagram. Excuse me. I'm starting feeling some kind of way. I always say, watch your domino effect. What you do and what you say could push somebody the other way and make wise or wrong decisions. So be nice. This is a time where everybody is needed. So why not start now? This is the Kiss Radio Show Live on Fubu Radio.
Yes.
And we'll see y'all later. Peace out.
Hey, Mr. Fred.
Treat this music like religion. I told you we don't stop. DJ Hershey, let it bang if it's hot. Want a music revolution? Yeah, you come to the right spot. Oh,